Hello and welcome to the first lecture for Applied Business 175, Customer Service. And the first chapter in this book gives a real nice overview of what the entire class is going to cover in terms of talking about the importance of customer service in the 21st century. And actually, to say it's just been in the 21st century is incorrect, because customer service has always been important as long as there have been some type of customer slash business interaction. So I like the way this chapter really kind of sets things up, talks about some of the important aspects of customer service in terms of why it is so important for business success, regardless of the type of business that you're in. So we've all had experiences with businesses that we would describe as being customer service fiascos. I'm sure if we were sitting in class right now and we went around the room, each of you could describe a interaction you've had with a particular type of business where you didn't walk away feeling good about how you were treated as a customer. And the reality is there are businesses out there that either at the top they don't get it, or the individual employees don't get it, or don't quite understand just why this good customer service is so important to their long-term success. Customer service is, and it's also more than just about business success in terms of the relationship with the customers. There's also an aspect that businesses that practice good customer service tend to attract better employees. Those businesses that are really good at customer service have the employees who work there. It's a much more enjoyable experience for them. One of my favorite stores that's out there, this is of course my preferred computer, is the Apple Store. And if you go into an Apple Store, you are greeted with Apple ambassadors who are enthusiastic about their jobs, who are willing to do almost anything for the customers who are going in to help them with their concerns with their iPhone, or try to sell them an iPad, or troubleshoot a computer problem. So businesses like that, where there is that passion and dedication, a culture of that across the organization about doing what's best for the customer, employees tend to get that and really kind of get into that. What's important about customer service is that really when we're talking about our interactions with customers, there's some sort of value being exchanged. And in addition to that, customers come by a variety of names, both internal to the organization and external. Here at the university, our customers include students. They include the employees who work here, both faculty and staff. They include external stakeholders such as science funding agencies and so forth that have relationships with the university. Within every organization, they're going to have more than one customer. And again, if you use who is looking for that exchange of value, you'll see why it can be so widespread, and why businesses and the people who work there need to be cognizant of the variety of the customers, and why it's critical to long-term success to develop a positive relationship with those particular customers. Because it is about relationships. That is probably the key aspect there. You want to develop a positive long-term relationship with those that are your customers. Here's the reason why. Those people, those customers who feel like they have a relationship with the organization and they feel like they have a positive one, are going to develop a sense of loyalty to that organization. They're going to stand by your organization, they're going to stand by your brand, they're going to stand by your product. And as such, they will help your business grow by good word of mouth. I'm sure each of you have probably had an instance where you have gone to a particular business because someone that you trust, a friend or a family member, gave it an excellent review and talked about how good it was. So you went to seek out that business. And you've probably also shared stories with others, your family and friends, about businesses that you've liked. Everyone's always asking, well, who do you recommend for getting my hair cut, for a dentist, for selling my house? And those recommendations come from people because they had a good experience there. So fostering that positive relationship with your customers has a trickle-up effect that will affect long-term growth. Just as such, those businesses that have a negative relationship with their customers, it has a trickle-down effect that will impact long-term profits. And I like how there's a couple pages there you'll read about in the chapter that talks about what is the actual numerical cost to losing a customer. A customer has a bad experience, they go out and they badmouth the organization to others. Those don't come, and it's a vicious cycle. It keeps going, all because attention wasn't made to customer service. As we start to go into 2012 here, the nature of our customers are, of course, changing. The book talks about the number of ways that's occurring in terms of the diversity of our customers. The fact that with aging baby boomers. Okay, I'm not going to go back and delete that out, so you just have to deal with my stuttering there. The baby boomers are aging, so that means that we have an older audience, aging customers out there who have different needs and expectations. There's the whole globalization aspect, which could be a whole book on its own. The fact that your customer isn't necessarily in your backyard. Thanks to the internet and web, your customers could be literally from around the world. And then finally, there's some of the changing, social demographics, such as customers looking to want to balance better their work and their personal life, which means they're looking for convenience, they're looking for efficiency, and they're looking for expediency as well in their interactions. Finally, the book closes with talking about what customer loyalty is. That's really what customer service comes down to, is to take a customer not just from being satisfied, but then being loyal to the organization. And I mentioned that before. So just a quick little summary to give you an idea of some of the key points in the first chapter. If you haven't taken the quiz already, and be sure you read the chapter first, pay attention to some of the side notes there, some of the key terms, and of course it's an open book exam, so all the answers should be at your fingertips, and you have an hour to complete it, which should be more than enough time. So that's the first chapter. We will see you in the second lecture, and enjoy the class. Good to have you all there. I apologize we don't get the chance to meet in person, and your interaction with me has to be through spotty YouTube videos, but hopefully that'll help put a face on your professor. And of course, I'm always available via email or phone call to answer any questions you have. Good luck with the semester.